Well, this has been a long, long, long time coming. You know, I don't post as frequently as I used to on YouTube, but I just thought I'd come on today and speak about what's been happening in my life and how recovery has kind of gone for me. I mean, it's been a long time since I've been, recovered. Wow, guys, number one, you know how my videos always start. There's no script, there's no bullet points, there's nothing. It's just me. I don't edit it. If I make a mistake in it, I don't go back and correct it. It is what it is. Um, and sometimes when I'm speaking about topics, next of all, we're going down a rabbit hole over different topics. So yeah, this is just letting things just flow and just speaking to all you guys. Yeah, just speaking from the heart, speaking from life experience, speaking from where life is right now, and just like a little update and just to give some hope, to give some inspiration to those out there who, I mean, what I always want to bring is value for these videos to not just listen to them. Yes, listen to them, get reassurance, feel like you're not going crazy, you're not going insane, you're not going to have a heart attack, you're not going to end up in a psychiatric ward, you're not going to lose your mind, you're not going to collapse and die. Those types of reassurances, it's always nice to hear that, but then it's always nice to hear it and then take action, because at the end of the day, that's what's going to help you recover. Okay, so we'll get into it, and I want to start off with something big that happened to me yesterday. I went, so obviously, man, like 5 years ago maybe, I was at my worst. So I'm 33 years old now. I just turned 33 then in February, so I'm just gone. I overcame this disorder when I was 28. And there was local football teams back in Dublin, Ireland, and I couldn't even go down to watch. Number one, I couldn't play football because I thought I was going to have a heart attack on the pitch, so I gave up football quite early. Sadly enough, because I love football. Like I feel like I was made to do it almost. Anyway, this is where life has brought me, and a much more beautiful journey, I feel. But getting into it, I remember wanting to go watch my local football team play, which was 10, 15 minutes away from my house. And my agoraphobic zones were so bad that I couldn't even walk down 10, 15 minutes to where my local team plays to watch them. Or any of my cousins playing on that exact pitch, my younger cousins who were playing football, like under 10s, under 11s, like that type of age. I couldn't even get down that far. And yesterday, in France, in Paris, I went to Parc de France. Yeah, I'm getting a little French accent over here because I'm trying to practice my French, but I went to Paris Saint-Germain's ground, Parc de France, to see them face Lorient, and they lost 3-1. Um, wow. I was looking out on the pitch, calling my mom, calling my brothers, calling my aunties, and I'm looking out with my camera phone, and I put the phone in my hand, I'm just like, wow, 4 years ago, 5 years ago, I couldn't walk 10 minutes from home to go watch a football match back in Dublin, Ireland. And here I am in the Parc de France, watching Paris Saint-Germain, seeing Messi on the field, and Mbappe. All you ladies out there probably don't know what I'm talking about, but big, big football stars. And here I am, and all the lads out there, you'll probably know. That was a very special moment for me. Even 4 to 5 years on after recovery, I still experience these moments where I'm like, wow. And sometimes I'm nearly brought to tears by the emotion that I feel. I've lived, guys. I've done it. I've lived. I have goosebumps speaking in this video right now. The mental torture, the daily physical sensations, shaking, dizziness, depersonalization, derealization, intrusive thoughts, constant panic attacks. It was absolute hell. Of course I struggled for 10 years, but it wasn't as if I those 10 years I was bloody shaking for 10 years, you know. It was decent moments in between that. At the start, year 1, year 2, year 3, you know, you find your way with the disorder, you don't know you're going into these patterns, and then it just gets worse over time it goes into agoraphobia for certain people, like it did to me. And for 4 years I didn't leave a 3 to 4 kilometre radius back in Dublin, Ireland. And literally, that was a beautiful, beautiful moment for me yesterday. And here I am on the phone calling my mum, and what a journey, guys. Life is so precious, so crazy, so mysterious. And I'm sitting here now, and I haven't really reflected too much on it until I'm speaking on this video. It felt right to make a video today about this. I'm just sitting here in the apartment, and I'm like, wow, I'm gonna make a video about this. And just to bring hope. You guys probably don't want to travel, or I didn't want to travel. I didn't give a shit about traveling, didn't care. I wanted to just wake up with no anxiety, have a cup of tea and go to work. I was unemployed for 10 years. Every job I started, I didn't hold it down for even a week. I was gone. Got ran out of the place with panic attacks. 10 years, couldn't hold the job down. And here I am, you know, created a so far successful business on helping people with these disorders. Now I have crazy looking back and being and living in a different country and have my own business. Think about that. I've lived, guys. I've done it. And I hope my story, as crippling and torturous, oh guys, you know, if you look back at my videos, you know the torture I went through. It was one of the most severe disorders that I've ever heard of, okay? And I got through that. I think there's 3 components to recovery, really. Number 1, bravery. And a shitload of bravery. Don't for 1 second even leave a comment on this video, no matter how long you're struggling with this, and say you're not brave. Those that struggle with panic attacks, intrusive thoughts, all these behavioural crap that comes out of these disorders, don't you dare think yourself that you're not brave. You might feel weak right now because you can't get on the bus, you can't take your kids to school, you can't do this, you can't do that, you haven't done that in 6 years, you haven't done that in 10 years. Not for 1 second will I ever allow even people that I coach to bring shame when they come and speak to me. Shame is something you should not have from this. It's not your fault that you were not guided in the correct direction straight away. Because I feel personally an anger towards the mental health profession, mental health professionals in this field. They're amazing at other things, amazing. Beautiful people, brilliant people, great minds, so smart, education, everything. But they have it all wrong when it comes to anxiety disorders, panic attacks and agoraphobia. They have it completely wrong. They've no structure set up to help people what they really need. Help what they really need. They don't, CBT is the go-to and the approach is correct, but they don't need it once a week. That's not going to do shit for people. Certain people might get it, but the majority of them it ain't going to happen. They just won't do it. They're too scared. They're too afraid. They don't know the correct way. They need to be pushed almost daily and held accountable. And as you know, as I said at the start of the video, I'm going down a rabbit hole now where, you know, I've lost my train of thought. That's the way it is. I don't script my videos. I just come on here, speak from the heart, and wherever it takes me is wherever it takes me. That's the way it's supposed to go, and that's the way it's supposed to be. So, what a day yesterday, in the middle of like Parc de France, watching Paris Saint-Germain, seeing all these superstar footballers, and you know, rewind 5 years ago, I couldn't walk 10 minutes from home to watch my local football team play. What a 4 to 5 year journey it's been for me. And I never thought I'd say these words. I'm always using them now. I was like, I've lived. Like, I used to fear death. Still a part of me kind of fears death. I mean, it's not really, but I think a lot of people, it's very natural to feel the fear of death. No one knows what it is or what happened. So I guess it still exists within me. That's okay. That's cool. I've lived life anyway, as far as I can see. I got over the deepest, darkest moments of my life, and I've lived and experienced and seen things that I never thought in a million years I could ever. When I was calling ambulances to my house, thinking I was having heart attacks constantly, fearing that if I fall asleep I'll never wake up, bringing my bike everywhere I went, constantly reading and going falling asleep to anxiety books and anxiety podcasts for years, ending up in the emergency room, or the A&E as we like to call it back in Dublin, thinking I'm dying. Really, I was just struggling with high anxiety. To now being where I am is truly incredible, and I do not for one moment take that for granted. And I hope to become, later on, as the work that I do with people, that will lead me on to speak to mental health professionals in the industry and show them this is how I did it. And if I can go on to help people, which I have, and many people in all different countries, to reach a full recovery, because I guide them every step of the way, every day. That's the approach they need. This is what they need just to get them back on their feet. They don't need to go through this for a year. They don't need your help and support for a year. They just need a couple of times a week, not once. Once is not going to build enough repetition. Once is not going to, get rid of that negative reinforcement that they've built up in their amygdala for so long, and introduce the positive reinforcement in them. They just need compassion. Someone that they feel like, hey, this person actually cares. This person's calling me to make sure I'm going on my exposure. And that's what I do in my coaching, because that's what I did. That's what I got from a guy back in Ireland. That's why I'm here today. A friend brought me through all this, guided me, made sure I went. And the rest is history. Went on to live a life that I never thought I could live. No matter what happens in my life now, fear and death, I couldn't give a shit. For me, I've experienced and lived it. Not lived death, but I lived life. So whatever happens to me now or in the future, or whatever the case may be, I know in the depths of my heart, right now, I have lived. I overcame 10 years of crippling, high anxiety disorder, panic attacks and agoraphobia, to go on to live in a different country. It's incredible. And I'm on here to share my story and guide and support and reassure, positively reassure, that also people can do the same. You don't have to travel to win your life back, guys. You don't have to travel to different places and sit on a beach and drink a cocktail to overcome and say, oh, finally overcame anxiety disorder. No, it's not about that. It's just small, simple things in life, and actually waking up in the morning and having no anxious thoughts, symptoms, or anything in your body. And that's where I am in my life. For a long time now. So that's it, guys. 13 minutes in. Just wanted to show me face again and show what a beautiful moment that was for me yesterday. It meant the world to me. Again, another beautiful, beautiful moment for me personally. And I want to get on here and share it. I know what it's like on the opposite side of this. I know where you guys are. And I know what it's like on the opposite side. It's worth the pain. It's worth the struggle. It's worth the lonely, sleepless nights. It's worth all the intrusive thoughts. It's worth all the panic attacks in the world to eventually get past this in 6 months, a year, whatever. To feel that peace in your heart, in your mind, in your soul, wherever you carry those feelings. All three, I guess. Yeah. I'm gonna leave it at that, guys. Short and sweet. Well, not too short, but yeah. I hope my videos are impactful. To not sit and watch. Don't sit and watch. Okay? Sit and watch once or twice. Get your ass up and take action. And go into panic. See what's on the opposite side. See what all those fears are. Okay? So I'm sending lots of love to you guys who need it. I've been there. spoke to every single the thing is the disorder's so identical. I've had every thought, every sensation, every behaviour that you guys have also have and currently have. I've lived it for 10 years. It's not nice. But you can get past it. That's the main thing. When you hold that deep in your heart, like, there's a way out. It does something to you. But you gotta earn that way out. It's not given. You gotta earn it. So anyway, guys, I hope to be more frequent with these videos. If you think they're really, really, really helpful, and you really, really, really want more, leave me a comment down below and let me know how important these videos are for you, because if I know that, then, like, I know they are beneficial, but if someone really, 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 really is impacted by these videos, no matter where you are in the world, I'll make more. You know, I'm more focused on my Instagram and moving towards TikTok, and social media is so big these days, you can get caught up on it. But I always want to bring it back to where it started, YouTube, documenting my journey. Before I had my From Panic to Panic page on TikTok and Instagram, this is where it started, me being vulnerable, broken. So anyway, guys, listen, I'm sending lots of love, lots of compassion, and lots of hope in times of no hope. But anyway, guys, listen, I'm going to jump off now because rambling on a bit. And I hope, again, some golden nuggets, some nuggets of wisdom have been planted inside you. So God bless to everybody, and I'll hopefully make more videos soon.